Alright, so this video is bound to get some comments. I made a decision. I am going to make this 2018 Dodge Challenger my daily driver as soon as my lease is up on my 2017 BMW 740. And I've got a bunch of reasons why. I'll share those with you in a minute. But let's check out the car.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town.
Alright, so this is my 2017 BMW 7 Series. Love this car. It's a 740. It's got everything you'd want in it. Well, with the exception of a couple things that my Dodge has that this thing does not have. This is a spectacular car. I walked into the dealership when I traded in my Audi A8L and saw this on the showroom floor and said, wrap it up, I'll take it. I'm gonna order a pizza 30 minutes from now. Pizza's gonna show up. I should be leaving in this car. Let's not waste any time. It's the car I've always wanted. Sent it in the shop, blacked out the wheels, and that's it. Turned it into my mobile office and been driving it for about a year and a half now. I bought the Challenger back at the beginning of the year. The RT, didn't like it. A few months later, bought the Scat Pack just to drive on the weekends. Well, now I think I am going to switch over to the Dodge as the daily driver as soon as this BMW goes back when the lease is up sometime next year. So, but let's check out the BMW. You guys give me your thoughts. What do you think about this idea? First, let's take a look on the outside. So this is the ultimate driving machine. It's got the blackout kit, even blacked out the BMW emblems. So even on the interior, even on the wheels, centers are black. The back, black line in the back where most are chrome. BMW emblems black as well. So that's the outside. Let's check out the inside. So all black interior, even the steering wheel. There's the BMW emblem in black. And this thing serves as my mobile office. But check this out. Just one of the features I added in. It's got the M Sport package also. But when I need to print something, I can pull over. Boom, there's an Epson printer right there. It's all wireless. And the cables run in the back and charge constantly. So if I need to take it with me, it comes right out. Grab it and go. If I pull this down back here, I've got all the paper and extra ink. So I'm constantly connected. It's all on Wi-Fi. So it's pretty awesome. So that is my 7 Series. But I'm done with it. Well, almost. This is my wife's car, BMW 4 Series, blacked out wheels. It's a beautiful car. But here's the beast that I can't seem to leave the cars or the keys at home. So, time to go to the car wash. On the way, share some more with you. Alright, so you may be asking yourself by now, why in the heck would someone get rid of a $100,000 BMW for a $40,000 Dodge? Well, one reason is that. Can't do that in my BMW. Yes, it's quick, but it doesn't do it like this. It's not loud, obnoxious, doesn't make the sounds, and certainly doesn't have the torque at all. So I love this, and it's just like being a kid again, driving this thing around. Driving the BMW, very subdued, very calm, very cool. You can't really hear the motor. I mean, barely. You really got to jump on it to hear it. Still, I'm not gonna lie, it's fun to drive, but after getting into this thing, it's hard to get back into that and just not feel like you're missing something. And really, here's a couple things that I am missing. The one thing is the remote start. I go out to the desert a lot in some of our offices, and before I leave, when I have this car, I'm able to point right out the window, start up the Dodge. By the time I get into it, it's nice and cool, and you know, I'm good. I'm in a suit all the time, so it's a very nice thing. BMW, I gotta jump into that thing, and it's, you know, 130 degrees by the time I get into it, and I gotta wait till it cools off, roll the windows down, and say a bunch of bad words, not grab the steering wheel. I mean, it's amazing that for $100,000 BMW couldn't figure out how to just put a remote start on it. And the other thing that this Dodge has that I use constantly that makes the gas mileage actually pretty good, which I would have never ever imagined this, is the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control. It keeps me away from the cars in front of me, and it automatically drives itself. All I have to do is steer, and it'll keep me from rear-ending anybody even. This thing's got everything from the collision avoidance. It's got the lane departure warning, but back to the what is it? Adaptive cruise control. This thing, I'm on the freeway constantly, and as soon as I put that on, it just drives me all the way down to the offices I'm going to, and I probably spend, you know, an hour or two, mostly two, on the freeway, and this thing drives itself. And the gas mileage breaks that 20 miles to the gallon point when the car's driving itself, because it doesn't stomp on it like I stomp on it. But as soon as I need it, as soon as I need to stomp on it, I can, and it just takes off, takes over, cuts off the adaptive cruise control, and I'm moving. And jump back on the freeway, flip that thing on, and you know, a couple hours, it's doing itself. I mean, I'm looking around, I'm, you know, messing with the radio, whatever, but this thing is keeping me separated from the other cars. And considering that traffic pops up out of nowhere in SoCal, almost anywhere you go, it's a huge benefit. Aside from that, I gotta tell you, the air conditioning in this thing, it starts, maybe it's because it's a big V8, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I start this thing up, and it's cool quickly. If I don't use the remote start, it's just great. Stereo system, it's got the Alpine stereo, which some say it's not that great. Honestly, it's as good as the BMW, so I don't have an issue there. BMW sounds good. This sounds just as good. All the cool technology, the Uconnect, the Apple CarPlay, got all the stuff the BMW has, but oh my goodness, look what's coming up here. I did not plan this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn this camera around. Let's see if I can. Look at this. What is that? What is that? I hope this shows. That is a Hellcat in the wild. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I feel very inferior now. My Scat Pack. Oh well, it's meant to be. Wow. What a car. Maybe that's next. Anyway, so here's the plan. Lease is going to run out on the BMW, and all of you say, oh, why do you lease? I get rid of cars, and I don't like anything without a warranty. This Dodge, I wouldn't mind. This thing can run out of warranty, and as soon as it runs out of warranty, that's like carte blanche to go build it up. You know, throw supercharger on it, put a new splitter on the front, change the exhaust. I don't care about warranty or anything. It's you know, it's cheap to fix in comparison to the BMW. BMWs, Mercedes, my Audi, my CL55 AMG, every one of these things, even my old Hummer H1s, every time they broke, it was thousands and thousands of dollars. I imagine this thing is probably not going to be so bad. Even the oil change on the 7 Series starts, you know, breaking that $150, $200 range, and I gotta imagine this isn't gonna be anywhere near that. Brakes on the BMW, it's $3,000. I do have them included in the lease, thank goodness, but when the warranty runs out and that runs out, then it's on me. So I lease those high-end cars, that way I can just hand them back and let them deal with it. When the BMW broke a few months ago and they had the car for a month, they said, we'll call you when your car's finished. I said, no, call me when your car's finished. This is yours, man, I'm just renting it. And they had it for a month, and when I made one call to the manager at the dealership, he said, you know what, we apologize for that, and they sent me a check for the $1,400 car payment because they felt bad. So, you know, it's not a bad deal. Anyways, I digress. I love this car. So here's the plan. I'm gonna wait till the lease is up, middle of the next year or so on the BMW. I'm gonna go hand that thing back to them. I'll be over on the mileage, I'll write them a check, and I'll be done. I'll be done with that huge car payment. And by the way, it's about $1,400, $1,480 or something like that a month. And I'm sure I got ripped off because I just walked in and said, give me the car, I don't care what it takes, I just want the car. So, and that's a problem, it's what I do. Because when I want something, I want it fast, and I don't want any time to change my mind or get remorse. So I bought that car, and where was I headed? Back thinking about that. Anyways, so that payment's gonna go away. So that'll be almost $1,500 a month, not including insurance, which is pretty high on that car also, that I won't have anymore. So that's nice. And I do plan to set aside some of that and not go out and buy something else too crazy. But I am thinking that I at least maybe want to go out and pick something up for $1,000 a month. So I don't know what that is though. So give me some ideas in the comments. What should I go buy as a weekend toy fun car, since I'm going to drive my Dodge as a daily driver? And do you think I'm insane for driving my Dodge as the daily driver? I mean, is that just the stupidest idea ever, considering how many miles I put on cars? Or a lot of you, from what I've understood, what you said in comments, you do it and you don't mind it. It's nice. I get the issues with gas mileage and wear and tear and tires and all that fun stuff, but trust me, on this car, everything's cheaper compared to the Mercedes, the BMWs, the Audis, and all those fancy cars. And by the way, this thing has all the amenities that those fancy cars have, and those fancy cars can't do. I bet you can't even tell, but do that. Just love this thing. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are, and be sure to subscribe and please like. I'm trying to grow this channel. Thanks. Alright, so I decided to get rid of the BMW and keep the Dodge, drive the Dodge every single day for my daily driver, and that means we're going to have a bunch of leftover money to go buy something crazy to have fun with on the weekends. So what should I buy?
A McLaren.
McLaren what?
570S.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if I have a McLaren, because you wouldn't let me drive you to school in the Ferrari.
No.
When I had that Ferrari.
No.
So, but you would let me drive you to school in the McLaren.
Just I wouldn't let you rev and show off.
No revving and showing off?
No.
All right. It's hard not to do. That car is going to get plenty of attention without
I
revving.
know.
All right. We'll go test drive some next weekend. High five.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for your input. All right. Say bye, YouTube.
Bye.
All right.
Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive